Why are ethnic definitions inconsistent in data? Imagine trying to put a label on something as personal and fluid as a person's identity. That is exactly why ethnic definitions in data often don't line up perfectly. Race and ethnicity are not fixed categories. They are social constructs that change over time and across cultures. In the United States, how people see themselves and how surveys ask about their background can vary a lot. This makes it tricky to get a clear picture of who is who. When the government collects demographic data, it relies on categories that people can choose from. But these categories are not set in stone. Over the years, they have been changed, added to, or removed based on social attitudes, political pressures, and new scientific ideas. For example, before the year 2000, people could only pick one race. Now, they can select multiple races to better reflect their mixed heritage. This change shows how our understanding of identity is always evolving. Another reason for inconsistency is how individuals interpret the categories. Some might see themselves as Hispanic or Latino and also identify with a racial group like Black or white. Others might choose some other race if they do not see themselves fitting into the available options. This subjectivity leads to different responses, even for the same person, depending on how questions are asked. Certain groups have also been categorized differently over time. Middle Eastern and North African populations, for example, have often been grouped with white people, even though they have distinct cultures and histories. This misclassification can hide the true diversity of these communities and affect how resources are allocated or policies are made. The challenge is balancing the need for standard categories that allow for comparison with the reality of diverse and changing identities. Migration, intermarriage, and cultural shifts make it hard to create rigid labels that fit everyone. For instance, Arabs, Berbers, and Sahrawis are all part of the Middle East and North Africa region but are often grouped together, which can oversimplify their unique backgrounds. All these factors mean that data about ethnicity can be inconsistent and sometimes confusing. Without clear and stable definitions, it becomes difficult to track trends or understand social disparities. This inconsistency is not because of a lack of effort but because human identities are complex and always changing. So, when we look at demographic data, we should remember that these categories are tools to help us understand society, not perfect labels for every individual.